Hey guys, I want to put out a quick video here, and this might pertain mostly to my Louisiana friends out there, but obviously there are other states that do kind of the same thing, and what I'm talking about is constitutional carry. A lot of states out there have, like Louisiana, we have an open carry law, which means anybody can open carry. Permitless open carry, I guess is what I should call it. So you don't need any kind of training, no fee, no license that you have to obtain or anything like that in order to open carry a firearm. You have to have it open when you're carrying the firearm in public. However, you have to have a permit in the state of Louisiana in order to conceal carry like I'm doing right now. And that's what the point of contention is right now. Now, some states out there have constitutional carry, which means no permit required in order to conceal carry like I'm carrying right now. And that's what Louisiana is moving towards right now, or at least attempting to move towards. Representative McCormick, who is up in North Louisiana, has put forth a bill to eliminate any kind of criminal liability or any kind of criminal charges that you could receive if you were concealed carrying without any kind of purchased permit or training courses. You might be thinking, what happens with reciprocity? Reciprocity, for those of you that don't know, is if I have a concealed carry permit here in the state of Louisiana, Texas reciprocates with us, meaning they honor my concealed carry permit. So I can go across the border into Texas and still conceal carry. Let's talk about this real quick. It states to exempt certain persons from the crime of illegal carrying of weapons. That's probably the biggest phrase in this entire bill that you need to realize. That's talking about us. When it says to exempt certain persons, I'm going to go down here a little bit. You're going to see in my green highlight, that's the text that's being added to the certain code right now in Louisiana. The provision of paragraph, blah, 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 this shall not apply to a person if all the following conditions are met. What it means by it won't apply, it means that you will not be considered criminally negligent if you do any of if the following pertains to you. If the person is 18 years or older, or if the person is not prohibited from possessing a firearm under RS, blah, blah, blah. What this essentially means is you and I, if we can go into a gun store, fill out a background check, and we can receive that gun, meaning that we're of age and we do not have any kind of a criminal record that's going to prevent us from purchasing a firearm, then we are going to be able to get the constitutional carry. The things that they're striking from the wording or wanting to strike from the wording, I've highlighted in orange, where it says a Louisiana resident shall be required to possess a valid concealed handgun permit issued by the state of Louisiana pursuant to the provisions of this section in order to carry a concealed handgun in the state of Louisiana. That's going to be removed. So again, no longer are you going to be required to have any kind of permit like that unless you just want it, again, for reciprocation purposes. Now, the thing that I want to push right now is that laws like this get brought up all the time. And in fact, some cases, and I'm not saying this about Representative McCormick, but in some cases it's to get reelected or to stay elected. So I don't know if this is going to have a hard push to it. I think that it can have a hard push if we in the state of Louisiana push our representatives and our senators too. Don't be afraid to contact your senators. Just because it's a House bill is no reason why you can't put pressure on the Senate, because obviously they're talking to the House as well. So whoever your local state representative is in the state of Louisiana, contact them. Mine in this area down here, at least one of them, is Philip Tarver, and I don't know if there's anybody else that I need to contact. I think Ronnie Johns might be a senator or something like that in my area. I'm going to be contacting these guys and putting pressure on them. I know we're going to get some opposition from the other side of the state and probably from up north. New Orleans, Baton Rouge area is typically going to be pretty liberal, and they're going to lean whichever way they're told to lean. And in this case, they're going to be told to lean to the left and vote against this. So I know we're going to get some pushback from that side of the state. My buddy Gary Carter down in the Chalmette area in Louisiana, who won't call me back. He's a representative down there. He's the one that always pushes these red flag gun laws every year. I know he's going to put his up again this year. I've offered to debate him. He will not debate me. He will not even return my call. I call his office. They take messages and then he just won't return my call. So he'll be voting against this, is my point for telling you that. So again, we're going to have pushback. We're going to have opposition. I think that what we have to do is we do have the majority right now. So we can tip those scales and we can get this passed in the state of Louisiana. Again, we have a conservative majority right now. This is a passable bill. And it can go to the Senate and pass the Senate also. Now, we have a governor who could certainly block this because we do have a Democrat governor in the state of Louisiana. But nevertheless, this is a great opportunity and a really good time right now to have something like this passed. And it's reasonable because I think there's 19 other states that are currently doing this or are already doing it. So again, guys, I will post some links where you can go out there and find what portion of the state of Louisiana you live in, so you can contact your representatives. Please push them. Please contact them. If you want me to, I will write a form letter that you can copy and paste and send to them as well. But I'm going to tell you, phone calls are the best. You get a much better reaction when you make those phone calls, when those guys all meet in Baton Rouge to talk about various things. And if there's a particular bill that they're talking about, one of the first things they talk about is how many phone calls they received in favor of or against a particular bill. Phone calls are very important and very effective. Don't be thinking that if they blow you off on the phone, that it's not an effective phone call. That phone call made a difference whenever you made it.